Today on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio. Good to have you with us today for baseball action as the Marshfield Tigers take on the Merrill Blue Jays in this matchup today. Well, it's been a tough week getting this ball game in. These ball clubs were scheduled to play on Tuesday. That game rained out. They moved the game to Wednesday. That game rained out. They're supposed to play a doubleheader yesterday. That twin bill was rained out. And we're supposed to play a doubleheader today, but due to the wet conditions at Jack Hackman Field, the game's moved over here to Safford Field, which does have artificial turf on the infield and the foul areas, but no lighting here. So just one game today between Marshfield and Merrill, and the second game of the twin bill we played next Wednesday at Merrill. The Marshfield Tigers come into this ball game 3-7 overall, 0-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They have lost 4 of their last 5 ball games, including a 9-5 setback against Mosinee on Saturday. Merrill Blue Jays come in 6-5 overall, 1-3 in conference play. The Blue Jays have won 5 of their last 6 ball games and won 2 ball games at Wanakee on Saturday, beating Unalaska 6-0 and knocking off Wanakee 9-5. On the mound today for Merrill, they'll start Carter Kaminsky, and the Tigers counter with Tyler Kramer. Well, earlier this week, former Stratford Tiger football standout Easton Ledden signed a free agent contract with the NFL New Orleans Saints. And Mike Warren spoke with Easton Kilty. I'm talking about Easton Ledden, the Marshfield Tiger baseball player. It's Easton Kilty, the former Stratford Tiger standout, who was signed with the New Orleans Saints earlier this week. Mike Warren chased him down, talked with him about that big occasion. We'll have that interview with Easton Kilty as our pregame report continues following these messages.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Ooh.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you'd expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream.
I'm happy for that.
I mean, this is a dream come true, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When did you think, or kind of start to get the idea that maybe the NFL was a real possibility for you?
I would say like going into my senior year at UND, I just knowing like I know what to expect of myself, and I knew going into that season like I was like I know I was a good player, and yeah, so I knew I could play at a high level, and then going into after my O-line coach left for at North Dakota and going to Montana, I knew I wanted to play at like the highest college level, so I ended up going to Kansas State and doing pretty well there.
Take me through the timeline. So when were you at Stratford?
So I graduated in 2020 at Stratford. So then I went to North Dakota after that.
North Dakota. The what is their nickname?
Fighting Hawks.
Oh yeah, Fighting Hawks. So North Dakota for 2 years, you said?
Till 2023 was my last season there. Yeah, so 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023.
Oh yeah, you had the extra year of eligibility because of COVID.
I didn't get it, but I had 4 years at UND and then 1 year at Kansas State.
1 year at Kansas State, okay. So then talk about, so take me through that and the decision to transfer.
Yes, my O-line coach left for Montana. I took the O-line job there, and my OC ended up going to South Dakota State. And I knew like I wanted to find a place with better nutrition and like better overall tools to help me like have the best last year of college football I can, because I knew like what I wanted to do after college football was like try to pursue the NFL, and I knew Kansas State would give me the best opportunity to obviously show what I'm about and just maximize my opportunity there.
Okay. So you had 1 year at Kansas State, correct?
Yep.
A pretty good year from what I remember, right?
Yeah, second team all conference at K-State.
And won a bowl game.
Yep, won the Rate Bowl.
Yeah. So that obviously increased your, I guess you could say, visibility for the NFL.
Yeah, increased my stock.
So just what do you know about the Saints, and who did you talk to? Take us through the process of why they wanted to sign you, or how maybe they envision you fitting in with their program.
Yeah, so they know I'm a versatile offensive lineman, and I'll play any position wherever I'm needed on the O-line, and I talked to their O-line coach and just said, you can play all 5 positions, and we think you can make the team, and we think you'll do great things here, and obviously that's all up to me to do, and I have to obviously put that into action. But I think with them having just like the best opportunity for me, and I thought that was the best fit for me out of all the other teams. So.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they did draft an O-lineman too. I think their first round pick.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then they take the quarterback in round 2.
Yep.
And then they come back to offense later in the draft. I think they grabbed a running back and a tight end.
Yeah, I think Devin Neal from Kansas.
Yeah, that's right. Another Kansas guy, Neal, and then I think it was a UCLA guy.
Yeah, tight end, I think.
What's that?
Was it tight end, I think?
Tight end, yeah, UCLA tight end in the last round or something. So looking at their offense and their draft especially, they get the quarterback and another O-line. What do you know about those? Anything about those guys or excited?
I know of Devin Neal, obviously, since we played him this year, but yeah, he's a good running back, great running back. So. Yeah, and I know Ryan Ramczyk just retired, local Wisconsin, central Wisconsin person. So yeah, I know he just retired there. So yeah, it's weird how it all works out.
Kellen Moore is the new head coach there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's an offensive-minded guy. Just wins the Super Bowl with Philly. Just talk about the excitement of being able to play, possibly, you know, hopefully play for a guy like Kellen Moore here.
Yeah, it's a whole new coaching staff at New Orleans, and I'm excited about that. And like you see the history of Kellen Moore, what he's done. Obviously, winning the Super Bowl as OC for the Eagles, and yeah, it's exciting to be a part because it's all new it's new for me and it's new for everyone in that building with the new coaching staff. So it'll be exciting for sure.
Did you say you can play all 5 spots on the O-line?
Yeah.
How, maybe just talk about that, you know, that progression in terms of where did you start on the O-line and how did you become, you know, how did you evolve into a guy that could play all 5 spots?
Yeah, so I played right guard, right tackle, and left tackle in my career, so I know what it's like playing guard and tackle in college. But yeah, the only position I haven't played in a game is center, but I'm able to learn that position, and it's just having that skill set to be able to move inside or kick outside makes you valuable to a team. So.
Yeah, you started at what position?
Right guard my freshman year.
Is there a big difference? If so, what is the difference between, you know, guard tackle and specifically going from the right side to the left side?
Yeah, I'd say so going from the right to the left is batting on the left side and the right side. It's probably about that feeling of switching stances and it's like throwing with your left non-dominant hand. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Just trying to get used to, because you have such muscle memory on one side and going certain directions, and just playing guard and tackle, it's a lot different too. Just guard, everything happens faster, and tackle, you have a little bit more space to deal with defenders and stuff. But it's just, yeah, each position has its strengths, and each position has different things you got to do to obviously be great at those positions.
Stratford's Easton Kilty speaking with Mike Warren of the Hub City Times. Easton beginning his NFL career this summer with the New Orleans Saints, signing as a free agent with the Saints earlier this week. Back to Athletic Park in Merrill and more Marshfield Tiger baseball in just a moment.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by...
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field in Marshfield, and we are playing baseball today. This may be one of the few ball games being played today in central Wisconsin. But Safford Field does have artificial turf on the infield. We did walk the outfield, by the way. The outfield here is grass. We walked that before the ball game, and it's in pretty good shape. You'd expect maybe to see some puddles out there, some real wet spots. That is not the case. The outfield grass is a bit wet, but certainly quite playable. And in fact, even on the warning track, there are no puddles or no real wet spots out there. And then on the foul areas and the infield, that's all artificial turf. And so that's in good shape as well. Marshfield and Merrill baseball action today here at Safford Field. Before this ball game gets underway, let's pause for our national anthem. There is our national anthem. We're set for baseball here at Safford Field in Marshfield. The Marshfield Tigers and the Merrill Blue Jays scoring off in today's Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup.
The Merrill Blue Jays are coached by Sean Schultz, and the Marshfield Tigers are coached by Mr. John South.
Marshfield Tiger defense on the field today. At first base is Owen Griesbach. At second base, Connor Vandenberg. At shortstop, Jacob Sadowska. At third base, Chase Robinson. In right field, Tyler Cum. In center field, Dayton Bugar. In left field, Bryce Shoddy. The catcher is Mason Anderson. And pitching for Marshfield today, right-hander Tyler Kramer. Let's pass along the Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball standings. Heading into action today, DC Everest in first place at 6-0. Stevens Point second at 3-1. Wisconsin Rapids third at 3-3. Wausau West in fourth place at 1-2. Merrill is fifth at 1-3. Wausau East sixth at 1-4. And the Marshfield Tigers seventh with no wins and 2 losses. Nice crowd on hand for the ball game today despite the wet weather. And some fans along the third base side down from Merrill today, equipped with umbrellas and rain gear. On the first base side, things about the same for the Marshfield Tiger Rooters today. It'll be a wet one. The rain coming down pretty heavily when we showed up about 3 o'clock this afternoon. That did dissipate. The rain did stop. But I believe a light rain is falling once again. But again, since this is an artificial turf infield, that will not be affected. And as I mentioned, the outfield looks to be in pretty good shape. We did walk the outfield before the ball game and did not find any real wet spots, any puddles out there. So that should not be a factor in the ball game today. Right-hander Tyler Kramer finishing his warm-up throws. The flag in center field, dead center field, is limp. And so the breeze not a factor as well as we start this ball game. Merrill Blue Jays batting top half of the first. Leadoff hitter is the center fielder Corey Page. Batting right-handed. Tyler Kramer working from the stretch position at all times. Sets himself and delivers. Up and in for ball one. Play is underway here at Safford Field, Marshfield, and Merrill in Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball today. 1 ball, no strikes on Corey Page. Kramer gets set, fires once again, over for a called strike. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Jays have won 5 of their last 6 ball games, playing good baseball at this stage of the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball over Page's head for a ball. Count 2-1. And this is, as you may be aware, the final year that Merrill will compete in the Wisconsin Valley Conference in any sport. Here's the 2-1 delivery, popped up into shallow right field. Tyler Cum, drifting back a few steps, gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Page flies to right field for out number 1. And the Merrill batter is shortstop Cooper Wendorf, hitting right-handed. Kramer stays in that stretch position at all times. Gets ready and throws. Popped up on the first base side, right at first baseman Owen Griesbach. He'll grab it for a quick out number 2. Wendorf out on 1 pitch.
Number 11 right fielder, E.J. Wikes.
Here's the Merrill right fielder E.J. Wikes batting. Hitting left-handed today. Kramer again from the stretch. Now delivers a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Play just underway here at Safford Field, Marshfield and Merrill baseball today. No score, Merrill batting top half of the first. Bases empty and 2 out. Kramer now throws 1-0. That bounces in for a ball, 2 balls, no strikes. Hopefully we'll have some baseball around central Wisconsin tomorrow, and several games are on the schedule for tomorrow. Kramer ready and throws 2-0. Down low for ball 3. Columbus Dons scheduled to face the Loyal Greyhounds in a ball game at Jack Hackman Field tomorrow. Weather permitting, that game tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Jack Hackman Field. That's a single game at Jack Hackman Field on Saturday. 3-0 on E.J. Wikes. Sneaks in once again. Kramer fires a breaking ball outside for ball 4. And Wikes walks on 4 pitches. Brings up the catcher, Caden Henrik. Marshfield Tiger baseball team plays tomorrow in a non-conference doubleheader at Eau Claire North. Game 1 begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Henrik digs in. Wikes leads at first base, held there by Griesbach. The pitch by Kramer over for called strike 1. Also in baseball tomorrow, Chippewa Falls plays a doubleheader at Stevens Point. Game 1 begins at 11 a.m. 0-1 on Caden Henrik. Kramer gets set and delivers. Popped up on the first base side. Griesbach in foul ground having a look, but the ball falls out of play. Count to 0-2. Also, by the way, baseball tomorrow at Red Arrow Park in Abbotsford, as the Abbey Colby baseball team faces Osceola in a non-conference ball game. That team tomorrow at 12 noon at Red Arrow Park in Abbotsford. 0-2 on Caden Henrik. He's back in there. Wikes off first place. He's going. Pitches a breaking ball high. Throw to second base is in time, and Wikes out, attempting to steal to end the inning. Mason Anderson tossing to shortstop Jacob Sadowska for the play at second base to retire the side. In the first for Merrill, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, but no one left on base. After 1/2 inning of play, our score is Merrill 0 and Marshfield coming to bat. More baseball from Safford Field following these messages.
Want to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Home. At second base, Brody Klebanow. At shortstop, Cooper Wendorf. At third base, Noah Klug. The right fielder is E.J. Wykes. In center field, Corey Page. In left field, Brady Norton. The catcher, Caden Henrik. On the mound is right-hander Carter Kaminsky. Leadoff man for Marshfield here in the first is shortstop Jacob Sadowska. Hitting left-handed. Kaminsky also working from the stretch at all times. Gets set and throws. Ground ball back up the middle. The shortstop, Wendorf, behind the bag, grabs it and throws quickly, but Sadowska beats it out. Good play by shortstop Cooper Wendorf to grab that hopper behind the second base bag, but Jacob Sadowska does have good speed, and he beats it down for the infield hit. Tigers have a leadoff base runner for third baseman Chase Robinson. Chase digs in, batting right-handed. Kaminsky working from the stretch. Sadowska going. Pitch is fouled on the third base side for strike one. John Southworth wasting no time, putting his first base runner in motion. Sadowska reaches base, and on the next pitch, he's off. Count on Robinson, no balls and one strike. Kaminsky gets set once again and fires a big swing and a miss. No balls, two strikes on Chase Robinson. 4-year veteran of Marshfield Tiger baseball. Again, Kaminsky from the stretch. Now fires and missed the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dreary and gloomy and rainy day here in central Wisconsin, but we're playing baseball nonetheless here at Safford Field. Runner going, 1-2 pitch on the way, a swing and a miss for strike 3, and no throw as Sadowska steals second base unopposed. But Robinson out on strikes, that's out number 1. Tiger batter now, first baseman Owen Griesbach, hitting for the first time. Owen batting right-handed. Sadowska leads at second base. Kaminsky checks him. Here's a curveball, a swing and a miss for strike 1. No score, Marshfield and Merrill baseball today at Safford Field in Marshfield. Tigers batting bottom half of the first. Sadowska at second base and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, popped up into shallow center field. Corey Page drifting back a few feet, gets there and makes the catch. Sadowska will tag here, and he'll attempt to get to third base. He'll get there safely. Ball not hit that deeply, but nonetheless, Jacob Sadowska felt he could get that extra base and takes off on the fly ball to center field. Griesbach is out for out number 2, and now Sadowska at third base for catcher Mason Anderson. Mason, the cleanup man for the Marshfield Tigers. The pitch by Kaminsky. Curveball breaks high for ball 1. And so Marshfield has a base runner at third base on an infield hit, a stolen base, and a fly ball to the outfield. 1-0 delivery. Curveball whacked down the left field line, but curving foul. Hit hard by Mason, but foul, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. We mentioned before the ball game, Easton Kilty, the former Stratford Tiger standout, signing as a free agent this week with the New Orleans Saints, but not the only area ball player to sign an NFL contract this week. Logan Chernitz of Spencer doing the same thing. Now here's the 1-1 delivery. High and outside for ball, 2-1. Logan, the former Spencer Columbus football standout and a 2-time state wrestling champion at Spencer High School, finishing his football career at Northern Illinois this year. Kaminsky throws again, a big swing and a miss. 2-2. And Logan signing this week with the NFL New York Giants as a free agent. A report to the Giants rookie minicamp May 9th, 10th, and 11th. Kaminsky gets set and throws. Swung on and missed to end the inning. Anderson out on that high fastball to retire the side. Marshfield in the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We played 1 inning, and our score is Marshfield nothing and Merrill nothing. And back with more baseball action following these messages.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And enjoy the many best of Marshfield that Nuts Deep 2 has to offer. Nuts Deep 2 Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North Spencer.
We're at Jack Hackman, we're supposed to be at Jack Hackman Field today. Instead, we're at Safford Field in Marshfield. For baseball action, the Marshfield Tigers and Merrill Blue Jays meeting here at Safford Field, which has artificial turf and so works much better in rainy conditions. And we do have rain here in central Wisconsin today, some light rain falling, but we're playing baseball nonetheless. As the Merrill Blue Jays bat here in the top half of the second inning. Leadoff man is the catcher, Caden Henrik. He was at bat when E.J. Wikes was caught stealing to end the Merrill first inning. Henrik digs in against Tyler Kramer. Here's a breaking ball that's across for called, strike 1. No score between Marshfield and Merrill. Blue Jays batting top of the second here at Safford Field. Kramer gets set and now fires a breaking ball. Boy, a wicked break on that pitch by Kramer. And Henrik swung and missed. He's down 0-2. We're behind home plate and saw a colossal break on that ball thrown by Tyler Kramer. Now the 0-2 delivery. Half swing and a miss and a good fastball on the inside part of the plate. And Henrik out on strike. Some good pitching on that series by Tyler Kramer. His first strikeout. Here's the Merrill left fielder, Brady Norton, batting, hitting left-handed. His first at-bat today. Tiger outfield swings around towards right for Norton, who digs in. Kramer fires here. Line down the left field line, foul, out of play for strike 1. Mentioning Logan Chernitz from Spencer. Signing with this week with the New York Giants. Logan, a 2-time WIAA Division II state wrestling champion for the Rockets at 285, both in 2018 and 2019. No balls, 1 strike on Brady Norton. Kramer fires once again. Fly ball, shallow center field. Bugor coming in quickly. Now called off as the second baseman Vandenberg gets out there. Makes a nice catch in shallow center field for out number 2. Connor Vandenberg out in shallow center makes the play. And the Merrill batter is the first baseman, Ben Tome. Big right-handed batter. Kramer ready. Sets and throws a curveball that breaks across for a called. Strike 1. No score. Merrill batting top half of the second. Bases empty and 2 outs. 0-1 on Ben Tome of Merrill. Kramer fires once again. Curveball whacked down the left field line. Shot, he gives chase, but won't get there. Falls in the corner for a base hit. Tome, a big turn to first base. He'll go back. And Ben Tome has Merrill's first hit of the day. Single down the right field line, left field line rather. The DH, Cale Rudy, now batting. Logan Chernitz, by the way, played both guard and center during his college career at Northern Illinois. Kramer throws here, pop foul to the screen for strike 1. So a versatile guy. And we'll see how he does with the New York Giants. Certainly not the first time a local ball player is signed as a free agent with the Giants. Same thing Rich Seubert did some years ago. He did quite well. Here's the 0-1 delivery, a breaking ball. Nice one, but falls a bit high. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan, by the way, all conference in the Mid-American Conference at Northern Illinois 3 times during his college career. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball missed the corner. Quick toss to first base. And Tome gets back there safely. Count on Rudy, now 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, Rich Seubert from Roselleville and Columbus High School signed as a free agent with the Giants when he came out of Western Illinois. Did quite well, was a starter on a Super Bowl team. 2-1 pitch, dribbled foul in front of home plate. Count now 2-2, so we'll see if Logan Chernitz can do the same thing with the Giants and Easton Kilty with the New Orleans Saints. Count on Kale Rudy, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kramer gets set, checks that base runner. There's a curveball hit toward shortstop. Grabbed by Sadowska. He'll play to Vandenberg for the force play on Tome to end the inning.
For Merrill in the second inning.
Merrill in the second. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1. After 1.5, our score is Marshfield nothing and Merrill nothing. And more baseball coming up following these messages.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Pitcher Tyler Kramer leads off the Marshfield second. Fouls one back for strike 1. Marshfield and Merrill are playing today. Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball at Safford Field in Marshfield. No score. Tigers batting bottom half of the second inning. Pitch by Kaminsky. Fly ball towards left field. Brady Norton comes on and makes a nice catch in shallow left field for out number 1.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 25.
1 quick out. And here is the Tiger right fielder, Tyler Cum. Batting left-handed. Right-hander Carter Kaminsky throwing for Merrill today. He throws here a curveball, missed the outside corner for called strike for ball 1. Kaminsky ready, throws 1-0, high for a ball, 2-0. Well, a special event took place in baseball on this day in 1917. Here is the 2-0 delivery. Low and inside for a ball. The count now 3-0. Hippo Vaughn of the Cubs and Fred Toney of the Reds both threw no-hitters in the same game. Fastball in the inside corner for a call and strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. After 9 innings, both pitchers had a no-hitter going. The 3-1 delivery found on the left side of the play. 3-2. In the 10th, the Reds did score a run on an infield hit by Jim Thorpe. Kaminsky throws again, line to the left field line, and just foul. Just outside the bag. Count stays 3-2. Jim Thorpe did play some baseball for the Giants and the Reds. He came up and drove in a run on an infield hit And then Tony sent down the Cubs in order in the 10th to keep his no-hitter. And the Reds won that ball game 1-0, a double no-hitter on this day in 1917 from Hippo Vaughn and Fred Tony. Kaminsky throws again, 3-2. Popped up on the third base side and found ground. Klug has a play maybe, and he does make a catch along the fence on the third base side to retire Cum.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 13, the center fielder.
So Cum fouls out. That's out number 2. And the center fielder, Dayton Bugard, now batting for Marshfield. Kaminsky stays in the stretch. His pitch is fouled off for strike 1. No score. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the second. Base is empty and 2 out here at Safford Field. Bugard back in there, 0-1. The pitch by Kaminsky. Breaking ball bounces in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both Hippo Vaughn and Fred Tony had good careers as major league pitchers in the teens and 20s. Not Hall of Fame level players, but certainly good ball players, good pitchers back in that era. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dayton Bugard. Batting right-handed, digs in once again. Kaminsky stays in the stretch and fires. Ground ball towards short, picked up by Wendorf. Fires across the diamond and just in time to end the inning. Bugard retired on the ground ball to short. In the second for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We've played 2 innings, and our score is Merrill 0 and Marshfield 0. More baseball coming up following these messages.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
You're listening to Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field in Marshfield. Merrill batting in the top half of the third. Their leadoff hitter is third baseman Noah Klug, facing Marshfield's Tyler Kramer. First pitch bounces in for ball 1. No score. Merrill batting top half of the third here at Safford Field today. 1-0 pitch on the way. Ground ball back to the box, snared by Kramer. Tossing to first base in time for the out. So 1 quick out in the Merrill third inning. Here's the second baseman, Brody Klebanow, now batting. Klebanow batting number 9 for the Blue Jays this afternoon. Kramer stays in the stretch. He now misses low and outside for ball 1. Tyler Kramer, right-hander on the mound for Marshfield today. His 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Major League Baseball action tomorrow on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ. It's the New York Mets and St. Louis Cardinals. Coverage begins tomorrow at 12:30 on WOSQ. The 1-1 pitch to Klebanow. Got the outside corner for a called strike. 1-2. Both pitchers today working quickly, working with minimal pitch counts today. 1-2 on Klebanow. And Kramer fires once again. Popped up down the right field line. This might be a tough play, but the second baseman Vanderberg comes over. Called off by Tyler Cumm, and he makes the play in fair territory in shallow right field, right along that foul line. Tyler Cumm takes charge, makes the play for out number 2. Looked like Vanderberg might have the best shot. That ball hit directly over the head of the first baseman Griesbach, so a tough play for him, but Cumm makes the play for out number 2. Here's center fielder Corey Page batting for Merrill. Takes a curveball across for a called strike 1. Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting, top of the third. Bases empty and 2 out. 0-1 on Corey Page. Pitch by Kramer. Curveball breaks across again for a called strike 2. 0-2. Mets and Cardinals. Saturday, 12:30 on WOSQ. Page flied to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch, hit back towards the right side. Charged by the second baseman Vanderberg. Grabs it and throws in time to end the inning. Merrill in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We played 2.5 innings, and our score is Merrill nothing and Marshfield nothing. We'll come back with more baseball action following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by
House of Heating. Making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services, so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
A cool and rainy day in central Wisconsin today, but we're playing baseball nonetheless. Marshfield Tigers batting. Bottom half of the third, leadoff man left fielder Bryce Shoddy. Kaminsky throws, line towards shortstop, and one hop by Wendorf. Turns, fires to first base in time for the out. Hit hard by Shoddy, but right at shortstop Cooper Wendorf, and that's out number 1.
Connor Vanderberg.
Tiger batter now, second baseman Connor Vanderberg batting for the first time. Temperatures right now about 47 degrees. Cool, wet, rainy day here in central Wisconsin. Carter Kaminsky on the mound for Merrill. Curveball breaks across for a called strike 1. Kaminsky, a tall right-hander, working out of the stretch at all times. He throws 0-1. Fastball hit down the right, towards right field and grabbed by the right fielder Wikes for out number 2. Vanderberg pops to right for the second out. And Tiger shortstop Jacob Sadowski batting has Marshfield's only hit today. Infield hit back in the first inning. Jacob batting left-handed. Kaminsky ready, sets and throws. Foul back for strike 1. It's Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the third. Bases empty and 2 out. 0-1 to Jacob Sadowska. High and outside for ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. High school baseball on WOSQ this evening. Brought to us by Edward Jones Investments and financial advisor Randy Gershman. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball rides a bit high for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. They make sense of investing and help create a long-term financial strategy designed for you. Member FDIC, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. Fastball, a swing and a foul tip. Count on Jacob Sadowska now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tiger, leadoff man. Back in there. Pitch on the way, that rides high and outside for a ball. And the count full, 3-2. Coach Southworth at third base. Relaying some signs. Jacob back in there. Kaminsky gets set. and throws. Popped up to center field. Corey Page in his tracks stands there, grabs it to end the inning.
For the Tigers in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors.
Marshfield in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
0-0.
Our line score through 3 innings, Merrill, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Marshfield, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they've left 1 as well. We'll come back with more baseball from Safford Field following these messages.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Now batting for Merrill, number 22, the shortstop, Cooper Wendorf.
Cooper Wendorf leads off the Merrill 4th inning. The Blue Jay shortstop batting for the second time. Popped up to first base his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Number 2 man in the Merrill batting order today. Tyler Kramer throwing for Marshfield. His first pitch here bounces in for ball 1. Merrill nothing, Marshfield nothing. Merrill batting in the top half of the 4th here at Safford Field this afternoon. Kramer set once again. Throws 1-0, a curveball way inside for a ball, 2-0. Pitchers in command so far today, Tyler Kramer of Marshfield and Carter Kaminsky of Merrill. Both have been strong on the mound today. 2-0 curveball breaks across for a called strike, and the count now 2-1. Each team with just 1 hit so far in this ball game. Kramer sets himself once again and delivers. That ball hit down the right field line, hooking foul, out of play. That's only 38 pitches now for Kramer. We're in the 4th inning. Kaminsky has thrown 33, about the same amount, through 3 innings. So each pitch count rather minimal so far today. The 2-2 delivery breaks just low and outside for a ball. And the count on Wendorf is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kramer again working from the stretch. Gets set and fires. That ball hit in the air to left center field, in the gap, and falls for a base hit. Wendorf digging for second base. And he'll get there safely. Cooper Wendorf doubles to the gap in left center field. Only the second Merrill hit today. But the Blue Jays have a leadoff base runner here in the 4th, and their batter is right fielder E.J. Wykes, who walked his first time up. This is the first time today that Merrill's had a man in scoring position. Marshfield had Sadowski at third base in the first inning, but he could not score. Wyke stands in, batting left-handed. The pitch by Kramer breaks outside for ball 1. Merrill and Marshfield today, high school baseball from Safford Field in Marshfield. Here's the 1-0 delivery. In there for a call strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. On a gray and rainy and gloomy day here in central Wisconsin. Wykes digs in once again. Kramer working from the stretch. He now delivers. That ball hit down the left field line. Shoddy comes over, makes the catch near the line for the out. And Wendorf hustles back to second base. Wykes flies to left for out number 1.
Now batting number 26, the catcher,
Here's the Merrill catcher, Caden Henrik, batting for the second time. Henrik struck out his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. That's the only strikeout thrown by Kramer today. Kramer sets himself. Curveball breaks high and tight for ball one. Our score is Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top of the fourth. Runner at second base and one out. 1 ball, no strikes on Caden Henrik. Kramer throws once again. A swing and a miss. Good fastball by Kramer. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. The Wisconsin Valley Conference standings as of today, DC Everest now in first place, 6 wins and no losses. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A curveball breaks high and tight. That may have hit him. Looks like it did. Came in high and tight, and Henrik hit on the shoulder with that pitch. So the Blue Jays have base runners at first and second and only 1 out. And the left fielder, Brady Norton, now batting. We may have a runner for Henrik. It looks like Cam Wallen will come in and run for Henrik. Cam Wallen, a courtesy runner for the catcher, Caden Henrik. Norton popped to second base his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch by Kramer. Rides high for ball one. Here's a threat by the Blue Jays. Base runners at first and second and only 1 out here in the 4th inning. 1 ball, no strikes on Brady Norton. Digs in there once again. Kramer checks the base runners. Curveball, a big, nasty curve once again, and Norton swings and misses. Kramer has a lot of break on his curveball. He's thrown some real doozies today. Count on Norton, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler again checks the base runners. Fires a fastball hit foul along the third base line of the play, 1-2. Once again, DC Everest, the league leader in the Wisconsin Valley Conference at 6-0. They did get in 2 ball games last week and knocked off Wisconsin Rapids in both contests. 1 and 2 strikes on Brady Norton. Kramer again checks the base runners. Fires low and inside, blocked by Anderson. Keeps the ball in front of him. Ball rolls down the third base line, but Anderson grabs it quickly and no advance by the base runners. The count on Norton now 2-2. Stevens Point in second place right now at 3-1. Wisconsin Rapids third at 3-3. Wausau West fourth at 1-2. Merrill fifth at 1-3. Kramer gets set. 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul on the first base side. Stays 2-2. Wausau East in sixth place at 1-4. And the Tigers seventh at 0-2. Brady Norton back in there. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kramer again from the stretch. He fires a curveball. Nice pitch across for a called strike 3. Boy, Kramer has that curveball working quite well today. That was a beauty. Got the outside part of the plate. And Norton called out on strikes. Kramer's second strikeout today. Here's the first baseman, Ben Tome. He singled his first time up. 1 for 1. Kramer gets ready, throws a curveball. That's a cross for a called strike 1. Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top half of the 4th, 2 out and 2 on. 0-1 on Ben Tome, big right-handed batter. Playing first base for the Blue Jays today. Stands back in there. Kramer from the stretch. Curveball across for a called strike. The count now 0-2. Kramer throwing a very effective curveball, putting it into the strike zone quite nicely today. He now throws 0-2. Fastball, a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Blue Jays threaten, but they do not score here in the 4th. Merrill in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a hit batter, and 2 men left on base. We've now played 3.5 innings, and our score remains Merrill nothing and Marshfield nothing. And more baseball coming up following these messages.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Chase Robinson stands in, leading off the Tiger fourth inning against Carter Kaminsky. First pitch hits him in the shoulder. Fastball comes high and tight, and Robinson hit by the pitch. Tigers have just their second base runner. Tiger first baseman Owen Griesbach now stands in. Owen fly to center his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Right-hander Carter Kaminsky throwing for Merrill today. Gets set and throws here. Fastball a bit high for ball 1. Robinson just the second base runner for the Tigers today. Sadowski had a leadoff infield hit in the first. Now the 1-0 delivery to Griesbach. Popped up on the right side, going foul. The first baseman Tome will have a look, but can't get there, falls out of play. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaminsky retired 9 in a row after that leadoff infield hit by Sadowski back in the first, until he hits Robinson with a pitch here to open the fourth inning. Griesbach back in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaminsky checks the base runner. Fires, that's line to the left field line for a base hit. Robinson holds at second base. Owen Griesbach singles sharply down the left field line.
Griesbach brings up number 7, catcher Mason Anderson.
And Marshfield has base runners at first and second with nobody out. Here's the Tiger catcher, Mason Anderson. Batting cleanup today, a strikeout victim his first time up. Scoring chance for Marshfield here in the fourth inning. Runners take their leads. The pitch by Kaminsky. Popped foul on the first base side, hitting out of play for strike 1. Marshfield and Merrill are scoreless. Tigers batting bottom half of the fourth. But now runners at first and second and nobody out. And the count on Mason Anderson. No balls, 1 strike. Marshfield's cleanup man today. Still quite dark and gloomy here in central Wisconsin. And keep in mind, there are no lights here at Safford Field. This is an unlit facility. The count on Anderson, no balls and 1 strike. Kaminsky ready, throws once again. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-2. But Jack Ackman Field deemed too wet to play today, so the game moved over here to this artificial turf infield. Kaminsky throws 0-2, breaking ball low and outside. Oh, got the outside corner. Thought from here that might have been outside, but our umpire says that got the corner for a called strike 3.
Now batting the pitcher, number 20, Tyler Kramer.
And the second strikeout for Kaminsky today. With 1 down, the batter is the pitcher, Tyler Kramer. Fly to left his first time up. Kaminsky fires here. And he's at high for ball 1. Some high school softball around central Wisconsin tomorrow. There'll be a quadrangular softball event at DC Everest tomorrow. Kaminsky throws again, popped up down the right field line, going into foul ground. The first baseman, Tome, comes over, but has no play. Now 1-1. Play begins at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Schofield. With DC Everest, Stevens Point, Pulaski, and Chippewa Falls all meeting in softball games tomorrow at Schofield, starting again at 10 a.m. Kramer back in there. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaminsky working from the stretch. Now fires, and this is just high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Also, the Wausau West softball team playing a triangular at West De Pere, with De Pere and West De Pere tomorrow at 12 noon. Big swing and a miss here. Count on Kramer now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kaminsky working from the stretch. Ready, he fires again, a swing and a miss. And Tyler Kramer out on strikes. 2 down, here's the right fielder Tyler Cum. Also, the Mosinee softball team plays tomorrow in a triangular at Rice Lake, with Rice Lake and Superior starting at 12 noon. Tyler Cum digs in. First pitch from Kaminsky, high and outside for ball 1. Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 4th. 2 out, 2 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler Cum. Kaminsky fires. Line down the left field line. Norton comes on, can't make the play. It's a base hit. Robinson rounding third base. He'll be held right there as left fielder Brady Norton comes on quickly and gets the ball back in. Cum singles on the left field line to load the bases. Ball not hit that hard, and Norton, the left fielder, in the shallow left field, got that ball back in quickly. But now Marshfield has base runners, has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Robinson to third base, Griesbach to second, Cum to first for center fielder Dayton Bugar, who bounced to short his first time up. Kaminsky ready, gets set, and throws. Pop foul over the screen for strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Marshfield here in the last half of the 4th inning. No balls, 1 strike on Dayton Bugar. He stands ready. Kaminsky checks the base runners. Throws a swing and a miss. Nasty curveball by Kaminsky. And Bugar behind, 0-2. Tigers have a good scoring chance here with the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Now Bugar digs in once again. Kaminsky ready. Delivers. Over for a called strike 3 to end the inning. And so the Tigers load the bases, but Kaminsky strikes out the side here in the 4th. In the 4th for Marshfield, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, a hit batter, and 3 men left on base. After 4 innings, our score is Marshfield 0 and Merrill 0. We'll come back to Safford Field and more baseball following these words.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today. We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
We're enjoying a good pitcher's duel today here at Safford Field between Tyler Kramer of Marshfield and Carter Kaminsky of Merrill. No score, Merrill batting top half of the 5th. DH Cale Rudy, the leadoff man, batting right-handed. The pitch by Tyler Kramer, breaking ball hits him in the shoulder, it looked like. No, it bounced off of Anderson's glove. Rudy turned away. And the pitch is ruled ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Cale Rudy, who bounced into a fielder's choice. His first time up, he is 0 for 1. Kramer ready. Curveball high for a ball, 2-0. Merrill batting top of the 5th, no score in this Wisconsin Valley Conference contest here at Safford Field in Marshfield. 2 balls, no strikes on Cale Rudy. He digs in once again. And Kramer delivers in the dirt for ball 3. And Rudy ahead on the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Runs tough to come by today, still scoreless as we enter the 5th inning here at Safford Field. Here is the 3-0 delivery, and that's in there for a called strike. Got the inside corner, got away from Anderson, but in the strike zone nonetheless. 3 balls, 1 strike on Cale Rudy. He digs in once again. 7, 8, 9 men do it for Merrill here in the 5th inning. The pitch by Kramer. Curveball up and in for ball 4. Second walk issued by Tyler Kramer today. And Merrill has a leadoff base runner for third baseman Noah Klug. Klug bounced back to Kramer on the mound. His first time up, he's 0 for 1. Not many games being played in central Wisconsin today due to the wet weather. But we're getting this one in this afternoon. Kramer from the stretch goes to first base. And Rudy dives back in safely. Baseball action today here at Safford Field in Marshfield. Klug back in there. Rudy off first base, held by Griesbach. Kramer ready, throws a curveball up and in for ball 1. Kramer, by our count, now at 61 pitches. So only in the 5th inning, not a bad total for the 5th inning. Again to first base. Ball gets away, but not very far. Tracked down quickly by Griesbach as Rudy dives back in safely. Klug still in the box to count 1 ball, no strikes. Tyler Kramer on the mound for Marshfield gets his sign from Mason Anderson. Now fires. Line to right field. Tyler come near the line, gets there, and makes the catch for the out. And Rudy back to first base. That ball hit very hard by Klug, but Cum had him played well. Makes the play for out number 1. Second baseman Brody Klebanow batting for Merrill. Flied to Cum in right field his first time up. 0 for 1. Cum now with 3 outfield putouts today in right field for Marshfield. Klebanow, the number 9 man in the batting order. Kramer steps off before he makes his first pitch. Now Klebanow back in there. Kramer ready. Sets and delivers. Curveball breaks across for a call, strike 1. Marshfield nothing, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 on Brody Klebanow. Stands ready once again. Pitch by Kramer. Curveball, he waves and misses for strike 2. Boy, that curveball working quite well for Tyler Kramer today. He's ahead here, 0-2. Brody at first base, held there by Griesbach, a short lead. Kramer gets set. Fastball popped up behind home plate, heading out of play. Count stays 0-2. Flag still limp in center field. Not much breeze today, which is fortunate because it's cool and wet. Add a breeze to that, and things might be rather uncomfortable out here today. 0-2 pitch again. A curveball breaks a bit inside. Pretty good pitch, but Kramer does not get the call. The count on Klebanow now 1-2. Klebanow batting right-handed. Kramer ready. Curveball again, a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball again by Kramer for his 4th strikeout. 2 down, leadoff man Corey Page now batting for Merrill. Page has flied to right, bounced to second, he's 0 for 2. Kramer working from the stretch at all times. Rudy a very short lead at first base. Kramer checks him. Here's a curveball across for a call, strike 1. Want to salute some Marshfield Tiger swimmers who made all-conference this year. In the Wisconsin Valley Conference, Marshfield's Simon Daggett, all-conference first team in the butterfly this year. Kramer gets set. Throws 0-1. Curveball got the outside corner for a call, strike 2. Also, Marshfield all-conference first team in the 200 relay with Daggett, Zach Cahart, Carson Klum, and Kevin Booth. 0-2 on Corey Page. And Kramer fires a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Merrill has a leadoff base runner in this fifth inning, but they cannot score. Also, Simon Deckett, by the way, all-conference second team in the 50 for the Marshfield Tigers. Merrill in the fifth, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, one man left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, our score remains Merrill nothing and Marshfield nothing. Back to Safford Field and more baseball in just a moment.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
You're listening to Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, and also ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field and Marshfield. Marshfield and Merrill meeting in Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball today. Left fielder Bryce Shoddy leads off the Marshfield fifth. Takes a pitch outside for ball one from Carter Kaminsky. Tigers batting last half of the fifth. Still no score in this ball game here at Safford Field. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball back to the box and through the pitcher's mound, back out to second base, where Shoddy beats it out for an infield hit. The ball went right through the mound. Kaminsky could not grab it. And Club now at second base made the play behind the bag, but turned and threw late. So Shoddy on base, an infield hit. The fourth Marshfield hit in this ball game. Tiger batter now, second baseman Connor Vanderberg. Flied to right his first time up. Kaminsky from the stretch. Vanderberg squares, bunts to the first base side, but rolls foul for strike one. Vanderberg, the number 9 man in the Tiger batting order, so no surprise he's bunting in this situation. Marshfield now has 4 hits in this ball game off of Shoddy, who has not walked a man yet today. He has hit one. He's now thrown 53 pitches. 0-1 on Vanderberg. He squares again. Bunts back towards the mound, picked up by Kaminsky. He'll play to second base, and he does get the force play on Shoddy. The second baseman Klubba now taking that throw. Ball bunted a bit too hard, which certainly can happen on an artificial surface. And Shoddy is forced at second base on an attempted sacrifice bunt. That's out number 1. Vanderberg at first base for leadoff man Jacob Sadowska, who was singled and fly to center. First pitch to Jacob down low for ball 1. Marshfield and Merrill still scoreless. Tigers batting last half of the fifth. 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Jacob Sadowska. Kaminsky gets set and fires outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and nothing. Pitch by Kaminsky. Hit in the gap in right center field. That'll get between the outfielders and go for extra bases. That ball to the fence. Vanderberg rounding third base. He'll try to score on the play. He will come home, and Sadowska to third base with a triple. RBI triple for Jacob Sadowska. Placed the game's first run. And Marshfield leads 1-0.
Number 8, Chase Robinson.
That ball hit a long way to the gap in right center field. And Marshfield breaks the ice. The Tigers lead 1-0. The batter now, third baseman Chase Robinson, and Chase has struck out and been hit by a pitch today. He's 0 for 1. Infield now comes in with that base runner third base and 1 out. The pitch by Kaminsky. High for ball one. Boy, the catcher, Henrik, leaps high in the air to snare that one. I hope the basketball coach saw that vertical leap by Carter Kaminsky. Coach Pieper might be looking in and seeing that guy go that high. 1 ball, no strikes on Chase Robinson. Infield now in at all 4 stations. Kaminsky from the stretch. He delivers. That ball hit down the right field line. Wakes goes back, and this ball over his head and to the warning track. That's extra bases. Sadowska is in. Robinson holds at second base with a double. Back-to-back extra base hits by Sadowska and Robinson. Scored 2 runs. And Marshfield now leads 2-0. Tiger batter now is Owen Griesbach. The first baseman has singled and fly to center. He's 1 for 2. Kaminsky from the stretch. Fires, popped up on the diamond in shallow center field. The center fielder Page comes in and makes the play for the out. Right behind second base, that's out number 2. And Robinson holds at second base. Catcher Mason Anderson batting for Marshfield. Mason has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. The pitch by Kaminsky. Popped up, foul behind home plate, out of play for strike 1. Our score now, Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Tigers batting, bottom half of the 5th. Robinson at second base and 2 outs. 0-1 on Mason Anderson. The pitch by Kaminsky. Low and inside, apparently for a ball. Our home plate umpire began to raise that right hand, then thought better of it. Ruled the ball low and inside. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson back in there. Here's the pitch. High for a ball, 2-1. On this date back in 1954, Stan Musial hit 5 home runs and 1 doubleheader against the New York Giants in St. Louis. 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Third base side going foul and into play. 2-2. In attendance for that ball game, by the way, was an 8-year-old boy by the name of Nate Colbert. Nate Colbert later went on to play first base for the San Diego Padres, and he's the only other player to hit 5 home runs and 1 doubleheader. Kaminsky throws, low and outside, blocked nicely by the catcher Henrik. That's ball 3, the count on Anderson, 3-2. Well, what are the chances of that happening? Guy hits 5 home runs in 2 games, and there's an 8-year-old in the stands. He does the same thing many years later. The full count pitch to Anderson on the way. High and tight for ball 4. First walk issued by Carter Kaminsky today.
Now batting the pitcher, number 20.
Pitcher Tyler Kramer standing in for Marshfield. Tyler has fly to left and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Kaminsky checking the base runners. He now delivers. That ball hit toward shortstop. Grabbed by Wendorf. He'll flip to Klebanow for the forced play on Anderson to end the inning. But Marshfield breaks the ice here in the 5th. The Tigers get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors and a walk, and 2 men left on base. We head down to the 6th inning with our score, Marshfield 2 and Merrill nothing. And back with more baseball action following these words.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
It's high school baseball action today on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Marshfield and Merrill meeting in this matchup here at Safford Field.
Now up for the Merrill Blue Jays, 22, Cooper Wendorf.
Leadoff man for Merrill here in the sixth. Shortstop Cooper Wendorf has popped to first and doubled today, 1 for 2. Facing Marshfield right-hander Tyler Kramer. Kramer gets set and delivers a curveball up and in for ball 1. Our score now, Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top half of the sixth here at Safford Field. Kramer's 1-0 pitch on the way. Got the outside corner for call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 72 pitches for Tyler Kramer. His pitch count pretty good in the sixth inning. Here is the 1-1 delivery. Curveball hit in the air towards left field. Shoddy comes over and dives and makes the catch. A great diving catch in left field by Bryce Shoddy. Coming into shallow left center, Bryce flings himself towards the turf, has that glove up, makes the play for out number 1. That's the play of the day defensively in this ball game. That's out number 1. Here's the Merrill right fielder E.J. Wykes. He has walked and fly to Shoddy in left field, 0 for 1. Kramer stays in the stretch here. There's a curveball across for a call, strike 1. Boy, a great play there by Bryce Shoddy in left field. Plus, Bryce is left-handed, keep in mind. So he had to dive and get that glove out in front of him to make that play. 0-1 delivery. High hopper towards second base. Vandenberg grabs it, flips to first base in time for out number 2. 2 men down. And catcher Hayden Henrik batting. Henrik has struck out and hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1. Still lots of dark, gray, gloomy clouds above the ballpark today. We're getting this ball game in this afternoon. Kramer throws a curveball here. It's a cross for a called strike 1. Our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting in the top of the sixth. Bases empty and 2 out. Kramer's 0-1 pitch. Half swing and a miss. 0-2 on Caden Henrik, the Merrill cleanup man today. Kramer again from the stretch at all times. Delivers a curveball on the outside corner for a called strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for Tyler Kramer. In the sixth for Merrill. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Now after 5.5 innings of play, our score is Marshfield 2 and Merrill nothing. Back to Safford Field and more baseball in just a moment.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Marshfield and Merrill baseball today from Safford Field and Marshfield. Getting this ball game in despite the wet weather. This game was supposed to be played at Jack Hackman Field, but moved to Safford Field on the Marshfield High School campus because this field does have artificial surface on the infield and the foul ground area. Outfield is grass, but it's certainly not as wet as you might think, so good conditions today. Right fielder Tyler Cum leads off the Marshfield sixth against Carter Kaminsky. Hits one towards right field. Wakes comes on quickly. He dives and makes the play. E.J. Wakes in right field with a diving catch. So each team with a diving outfielder.
Now batting, number 13, Dayton.
To retire opposing batters here in the sixth inning. Dayton Bugar batting, the Marshfield center fielder. He has bounced to short and struck out 0 for 2. Nice play by Wakes in right field on that sinking fly ball by Tyler Cum. The pitch by Kaminsky. Foul to the screen for strike one. We'll have Major League Baseball for you on Sunday on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ. The Dodgers and the Braves Sunday evening. The pitch by Kaminsky. Grounded foul on the first base side, 0-2. Our broadcast begins Sunday at 5 p.m. on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. No balls, 2 strikes on Dayton Bugar. Kaminsky stands ready. Throw is high for a ball, 1-2. Now 70 pitches for Kaminsky. And we're only in the sixth inning, so he's doing a pretty good job with his pitch count today. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Popped up into shallow right center field. Wakes and Page converge. The ball will fall between them, and Bugar heading towards second base might get there with a double. He dives in and gets there safely. Bloop double to right center field for Dayton Bugar. And Marshfield has a base runner in scoring position for left fielder Bryce Shoddy.
Now batting the left fielder, Bryce Shoddy.
Bryce has bounced to short and reached base and an infield hit today. He's 1 for 2. Tigers would like to add an insurance run here. They're up by 2. Kaminsky checks the base runner. Throw is here. It's a bit outside for ball 1. Marshfield on top 2-0. Tigers batting in the last half of the sixth. Bugar at second base and 1 out. Next pitch is hit down the third base side foul. 1-1 on Bryce Shoddy, batting left-handed. Kaminsky certainly has thrown well today. From the stretch, he fires again, over for a called strike. 1-2. He scattered 7 hits, walked only 1, struck out 4 Marshfield batters this afternoon. Now the 1-2 to Shoddy. In the dirt, bounds away, and Bugar takes third base. That ball in the dirt, that'll be a wild pitch charge to Kaminsky. And the Tigers now with an insurance run 90 feet away. Count on Shoddy, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Schultz now pulls his infield in to choke off that run to the plate. 2-2 on Shoddy. Kaminsky ready. Delivers. Ground ball first base side, but just foul. Just outside the bag at first base. Shoddy comes back with a 1-2 count. And Bugar back to third. Infield stays in here. Shoddy back in the box. Kaminsky stays in the stretch. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Popped up shallow center field. Page coming in quickly and can't get there. Falls for a base hit. That ball hit in shallow center field. The infielders playing in couldn't get out there. And Page in center field couldn't get there in time. So it's a bloop single for Bryce Shoddy. Now Bugar, believing that ball might be caught, he holds at third base. So no advance on the play. Base runners at first and third now with 1 out. And Coach Schultz coming out of the Merrill dugout. We'll have a conference on the mound between the pitcher, catcher, and the infielders. Marshfield has base runners at first and third, only 1 out here in the sixth inning. The batter is the second baseman Connor Vanderberg, the number 9 man in the Marshfield batting order. So Marshfield has a scoring chance here. Tigers do lead by 2, but would like to add 1 or 2 more as insurance. Conference breaks up. And Kaminsky still out there on the mound. Kleber now to stand in. Looks like the infield will play about halfway here. Runners at first and third, only 1 out. We're going to have a runner, by the way. Easton Lennon comes in to run for Shoddy. Easton Lennon running for Shoddy at first base. First pitch to Vanderberg is fouled back for strike 1. So Bugar at third, Lennon at first with 1 out. Count on Vanderberg, no balls, 1 strike. Connor digs in once again. Kaminsky working from the stretch. Gets set, runner goes, pitches high for a ball. Throw back to the mound, gloved by Kaminsky to avoid Bugar trying to score. And Lennon steals second base. Tigers are 2 of 2 on stolen base tries today. And count on Vanderberg, 1 ball, 1 strike. Base hit here, could score 2. Lennon runs one at second base. Infield comes in now. Kaminsky gets set and fires a curveball up and in for a ball. 2-1 to Connor Vanderberg. Marshfield looking for some insurance. They lead by 2 here in the 6th inning. Kaminsky shaking off his catcher. Now gets one he likes. And throws 2-1. Fastball, a swing and a miss. Count on Vanderberg now evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers looking for their first conference win of the year. Vanderberg back in there. 2-2 pitch. Pop foul down the right field line. The first baseman Tome giving chase. The ball falls out of play. Count stays 2-2. Good scoring chance for Marshfield here in the 6th. 2 men in scoring position and only 1 out. 2-2 on Connor Vanderberg. Stands back in there. And Kaminsky throws again, a swing and a miss. Good fastball by Kaminsky for his 5th strikeout today.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop number 3, Jacob Sadowska.
2 men down. Leadoff man Jacob Sadowska now batting. Here comes Coach Schultz once again. Sadowska has singled and tripled today. Also flied to center. 2 for 3 with a run scored and a run batted in. Coach Schultz back out there. Tigers pushed across 2 runs in the 5th on a triple by Sadowska, a double by Robinson. Now looking for at least 1 more here in the 6th inning. Conference now breaking up, and Kaminsky will leave the ball game. And we'll have a new pitcher. That will be Cam Wallen, the man we saw as a courtesy runner earlier. Cam Wallen, a right-hander,
Merrill, number 6, Cameron Wallen.
is the new pitcher for Merrill. Here it's a tough spot. Tigers have base runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And Marshfield leads the ball game 2-0. And while Wallen takes his warm-up throws, let's pause for these messages.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Left-hander Cam Wallen, the new pitcher for Merrill, replacing Carter Kaminsky. Kaminsky throws 5 2/3 innings, allowed 2 runs, both earned on 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 5, hit 1, and threw 1 wild pitch. He threw 83 pitches on the day. He is responsible for the 2 Tiger base runners, Bugar at third and Lennon at second base. Jacob Sadowska digs in. Jacob has singled, fly to center, and tripled. 2 for 3, a run scored and a run batted in. Lefty versus lefty here. Wallen on the rubber, working from the stretch. Gets set. And now delivers. That ball line down the left field line, going foul and out of play for strike 1. Our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 6th. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike on Jacob Sadowska. Wallen ready. Throws again, a curveball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wallen, a left-hander, gets his sign from Keaton Hendrick. And now throws 1-1. Breaking ball across at the letters for call and strike. Wallen ahead now, a ball and 2 strikes. Sadowska back in there. And Wallen gets set. And throws a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Tossed down to first base in time to end the inning. Wallen gets a strikeout to retire Sadowska and end Marshfield's threat. Tigers in the 6th. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 men left on base. We head now to the 7th inning with Marshfield leading Merrill 2-0. We'll come back to Safford Field and more baseball following these messages.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Tyler Kramer trying to wrap up a complete game win for the Marshfield Tigers. Merrill batting in the top of the 7th. Leadoff man is left fielder Brady Norton. He has bounced to second, or popped to second, and struck out today. Kramer throws a curveball high and away for ball 1. Our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top half of the 7th here at Safford Field. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Fly ball to shallow left center field. Shotty comes on. Can't get there. Falls in front of him for a base hit. Norton singles to open up the Merrill 7th inning. Blue Jays have a batter. That's only the 3rd Merrill hit today. The batter is first baseman Ben Tome. He is singled and struck out, 1 for 2. Kramer from the stretch. Curveball up and in for ball one. Marshfield and Merrill scoring off in baseball action today here at Safford Field. Good ball game despite the difficult weather conditions. Now the 1-0 pitch bounces in, blocked by Anderson. Count now 2-0. You're listening to Wisconsin Valley Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field in Marshfield this afternoon. Kramer gets set and throws 2-0, bounds away, ball three, that's low outside, but recovered quickly by Anderson. The count on Tome now 3-0. So Merrill down by 2. They put their leadoff man on base here in the 7th. Now Tome is ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. Kramer gets set and fires up and in for ball 4. So a single and a walk put the tying runs on base with nobody out here in the 7th inning. And Marshfield Tiger baseball coach John Southworth heading out for a conversation. This game was scoreless through 4.5 innings, and Marshfield scored 2 in the 5th when Bryce Shoddy reached base and an infield hit. He was then forced at second base. Easton Ledden became the base runner, and Connor Vandenberg became the base runner. Connor then scored on Jacob Sadowska's triple, and Jacob scored on a double by Chase Robinson. But now here's Merrill threatening in the 7th inning. Merrill batters the DH Cale Rudy. He has walked and bounced into a fielder's choice, 0 for 1. Blue Jays have the tying runs on base with nobody out here in the 7th. Griesbach in at first base. Kramer from the stretch. Rudy shows bunt, and bunts foul behind home plate for strike 1. Our score is Marshfield 2, Merrill nothing. Merrill batting top half of the 7th. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. No balls, 1 strike on Cale Rudy. He shows bunt again. Bunts third base side, picked up by Kramer. He'll play to first base and throw the ball down the right field line. Norton will score. Tome goes to third base. He'll stop right there. And Rudy to second base. And Marshfield now leads 2-1. So Rudy gets the sacrifice. And the throwing error by Kramer allows Norton to score on the play. And Tome goes to third. First error by either ball club today. So Merrill still nobody out here in the 7th. Tying run at third base, go-ahead run at second base. And the third baseman, Noah Klug, is batting. Kramer delivers a curveball. It's in there, but it gets away from the catcher. And Tome will come home with a tying run. That was a called strike, but gets away from Mason Anderson. Tome scores to tie the ball game at 2 apiece. And Rudy takes third base. So now we're deadlocked at 2. Merrill batting top of the 7th. Rudy at third base with nobody out. No balls, 1 strike on Noah Klug. The Tiger infield comes in at all 4 stations. Kramer working from the stretch. Delivers low and outside. Bounds away again, but picked up quickly by Anderson. Now 1 ball, 1 strike on Noah Klug. And so the Tigers have lost a 2-run lead here in the 7th inning, and Merrill threatening more because they still have nobody out here in this inning. Ball and a strike on Noah Klug. He digs in once again. Kramer stays in the stretch. Infield in at all 4 stations. Kramer fires. Low and outside for a ball. The count now 2-1. Kramer has shown good control throughout this ball game, but having a difficult time here in the 7th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike on Noah Klug. He digs in once again. Kramer sets himself and throws, lined on the right field line, but going foul. 2-2. Blue Jays trying to push across that go-ahead run. Rudy at third base and still nobody out. Klug back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kramer sets himself once again and delivers. Low and outside on a breaking ball, that's ball 3. And the count on Klug is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now Kramer gets set, fires, and misses low and outside for ball 4. 4th walk issued by Kramer today.
Now batting for Merrill.
Merrill has base runners at first and third, still nobody out. And the second baseman, Brody Klebanow, batting. Klebanow has flied to right and struck out 0 for 2. Good scoring chance for Merrill here in the 7th inning. Klebanow stands in there. Kramer checking the base runners. Now fires in there for a called strike 1. Our score now is Merrill 2, Marshfield 2. Merrill batting, top half of the 7th. Runners at first and third, and still nobody out. 0-1 on Brody Klebanow. Runner goes, pitches up and in for a ball. Throw to second base, goes into center field. And Rudy will score as Klug steals second base, and Merrill leads 3-2. Rather odd-looking play as Anderson threw the ball through to second base. Eluded both the shortstop Sadowski and the second baseman Vandenberg. Went between them into center field. So Klug steals second base on the throwing error by Anderson. Rudy scores, and Merrill leads 3-2. The count on Klebanow, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kramer throws a curveball here. Up and in for a ball, 2-1. So 2 Tiger errors here in the 7th inning. Single, a walk, single, 2 walks, 2 errors, leading to 3 runs. There's a swing and a miss at a curveball. The count on Klebanow now 2-2. And Merrill has come back to grab its first lead at 3-2 here in the 7th inning. Kramer from the stretch. Fires again, bounce back to the box. Kramer will turn, fire to first base in time for out number 1, and Klug holds at second base. 1 man down. Here's the center fielder, Corey Page. Page 0 for 3. He's flied to right, bounced to second, and struck out. Merrill leadoff man, batting for the 4th time today. Kramer throws here, a curveball across for a called strike 1. Tyler Kramer has pitched well today, but now the pitcher of record on the losing side. He throws again. Fastball low and outside for a ball, 1-1. High school baseball on WOSQ today, brought to us by Comfort Systems Heating and Cooling of Marshfield. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Curveball over his head for a ball, 2-1. Comfort Systems, your HVAC specialists, restoring your comfort for over 40 years on Veterans Parkway in Marshfield. Residential, commercial, and agricultural. Comfort Systems of Marshfield. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Ground ball towards short. Grabbed by Sadowska. Throws across the diamond. Dug out nicely by Riesbach for the out. And that's out number 2. No advance by Klug at second base. 2 men down, and shortstop Cooper Wendorf batting. Wendorf has popped to first, fly to left, and doubled today, 1 for 3. Coach John Southworth out. I think Kramer now has hit the 100 pitch mark. We now have Kramer at 101 for his pitches today, so he'll have to leave. His pitch count pretty minimal most of the day, but has thrown some extra pitches here in the 7th inning. And so he's now at 101. And Coach Southworth must make a move here and insert a new pitcher. Might be Chase Robinson. Chase appears to be changing his shoes here. Putting on his pitching shoes, apparently. Well, Marshfield in command, leading 2-0, heading into the 7th inning. But Merrill here in the 7th with a single, a walk, a throwing error on a sacrifice, another walk, and a throwing error once again on a double steal. And the Blue Jays have scored 3 runs here in the 7th to grab their first lead of the ball game. And Chase Robinson, the new Marshfield Tiger pitcher, he comes in with the Tigers now trailing Merrill 3-2. And Merrill has a base runner at second base with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And while Chase Robinson gets loose, let's take time out for these messages.
Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in Central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Right-hander Chase Robinson now pitching for Marshfield. Tyler Kramer throws the first 6 2/3. Allows 3 runs on just 3 hits. Walked 4, struck out 5, and hit 1.
Cooper Wendorf.
Connor Vanderberg goes to third base. Kramer takes second base for Marshfield. Merrill batter is shortstop Cooper Wendorf, 1 for 3 with a double. Pitch by Robinson, up and in for ball 1. Our score now is Merrill 3, Marshfield 2. Merrill batting top of the 7th. Robinson sets, throws again, popped up into shallow right field. Tyler Cum drifts in, gets there, makes the catch to end the inning. Merrill in the 7th, 3 runs.
For Merrill in the 7th, 3 runs on 2 hits.
On 1 hit. 2 errors, 2 walks, 1 man left on base. We now move to the bottom half of the 7th inning with Merrill leading Marshfield 3-2. We'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient Central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Well, left-hander Cam Wallen in position to get the win in this ball game. Came on in relief for Merrill last inning. And now has a 3-2 lead to work with as Marshfield bats bottom half of the 7th. Chase Robinson standing in. Chase is struck out, hit by a pitch, and doubled. 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Wallen working from the windup. Sets and throws. Low and inside for ball 1. Merrill on top, 3-2. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 7th here at Safford Field. The 1-0 pitch. Over for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2, 3, 4 men batting for Marshfield here in the 7th inning. Robinson back in there. Wallen winds and throws. Foul back. Count now 1-2. Tigers with 2 in the 5th. Merrill with 3 in the 7th. That's where we stand. Merrill on top, 3-2. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 7th inning. Ball and 2 strikes on Chase Robinson. Chase digs in once again. And Wallen delivers a curveball high and outside for a ball. 2-2. Cool conditions, cool, wet, rainy today, but baseball nonetheless here at Safford Field. 2-2 on Chase Robinson. Wallen winds and throws. Low and inside for ball 3. And the count full, 3-2. Tigers looking for base runners. Down by a single run here in the 7th. Wallen ready. Winds and throws again. Ground ball third base side. And glove by Klug. Drops it, picks it back up. Throws to first base. And Robinson dives across the base safely. And Marshfield has a leadoff base runner here in the 7th. That's an error on the third baseman, Klug, to give Marshfield the tying run on base. First baseman Owen Griesbach batting. Owen has fly to center, singled, fly to center again. 1 for 3 on the day. Robinson at first base. He is the game's tying run. Wallen now working from the stretch. Gets set and delivers a curveball high and away for ball 1. This ball game going down to Marshfield's final at bat. Tigers down by a run as they bat here in the 7th. Toss to first base sends Robinson back in time. Griesbach, the number 3 man in the Marshfield batting order, stands ready once again. And Wallen throws over for a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Owen Griesbach. Each starting pitcher today went quite a distance, but they're both gone right now. Wallen throws once again on the outside corner. Owen not real pleased with that call. He's now behind 1-2. Robinson off first base. He's being cautious there. He's the tying run. Wallen checks him and throws again. Ground ball right side and gets by the first baseman, Tome, and Griesbach will beat it out. All hands are safe. That ball hit to the right side, got by the first baseman, Tome, and the second baseman, Klebanow, could not field it in time. So Griesbach reaches on an infield hit, and Marshfield has base runners at first and second with nobody out. Mason Anderson batting. Tiger cleanup man and catcher has struck out twice and walked. He's 0 for 2. So the Tigers have a chance to come back and tie the ball game. Wallen working from the stretch. He delivers, and that ball off of the bat, I believe, foul. And I believe now the umpire was sending him to first base. Anderson hit by the pitch to load the bases. Ball came inside, and Coach Schultz now coming out of the Merrill dugout, arguing that was a foul ball off the knob of the bat. The plate umpire says it's that Anderson was hit by the pitch, and he's asking the plate umpire to ask for help from the base umpire. So we'll see. They will confer. The ball came inside and caromed to the first base side of the field. So either it hit Anderson or hit the knob of his bat and is a foul ball. The two umpires are now conferring on this. And now our plate umpire coming back to home plate. And looks like his call will stand. Anderson hit by the pitch.
Now batting, number 20, Tyler
And that will
Kramer.
load the bases with nobody out. Robinson takes third base. Griesbach to second. And Anderson at first base for Tyler Kramer. So Marshfield now has the tying run at third base, the winning run at second base with nobody out. Kramer has flied to left, struck out, and mounts into a fielder's choice today. 0 for 3. Wallen working from the stretch. He now throws a curveball high for ball 1. Merrill leads at 3-2. Marshfield batting. Bottom half of the 7th. Bases loaded and nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler Kramer. The pitch by Wallen. Grounded foul on the third base side. The count now 1-1. Tigers with an error, an infield hit, and a hit batter here in the 7th inning have the chance to come back and tie or win the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Kramer. Wallen is ready. And now to the Rivers. Line on the left field line. That ball will drop foul just outside the line. And that ball stayed fair. That likely would have won the ball game for Marshfield, but went into foul ground. 1-2 on Tyler Kramer. Starting pitcher for Marshfield today. Wallen again from the stretch. Sets and delivers in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Henrik. It's ball 2. 2-2. Right now, Kramer, the pitcher of record on the losing side. He'd like to change that. Infield is in, by the way, at all 4 stations. 2-2 on Kramer. The pitch by Wallen. Dribbled foul behind home plate. Count stays 2-2. Tigers need 1 run to tie, 2 to win this ball game here in the 7th inning. Kramer back in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wallen is ready. Delivers a curveball, a swing and a miss. A high inside curveball, and Kramer went fishing. He's out on strikes. Wallen's second strikeout. Tyler Cum batting. First of all, Coach Schultz calls timeout and walks back out to the mound to talk to his pitcher, catcher, and infielders. Cum today has fouled out, singled, and flied out. He's 1 for 3. He's a lefty facing a left-handed pitcher here. Marshfield led 2-0 after scoring 2 in the 5th. Merrill came back with 3 in the 7th to grab a 3-2 lead. Now Marshfield threatening to either tie or winning the ball game right here with the bases loaded and only 1 out here in the 7th inning. Merrill infield goes back to halfway. They were in, now they're halfway at short and second base. Cum stands in. Wallen ready. Sets and throws up and in for ball 1. Our score is Merrill 3, Marshfield 2. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch on the way. All the low and outside into the screen, and Robinson will score the tying run. A wild pitch thrown by Wallen. Robinson is in. And we're deadlocked once again, tied at 3. Robinson scores. Griesbach now the winning run at third base, and Anderson takes second base. The count on Cum, 2 balls, no strikes. Merrill infield comes in at all 4 stations. 2-0 on Tyler Cum. Wallen goes back to the belt. He now delivers. Breaking ball high for a ball, 3-0. So Marshfield has scored 1 here in the 7th. We're tied at 3. Runners at second and third, only 1 out. 3-0 on Tyler Cum. Wallen ready. Fires way high and off the glove of the catcher. And here comes Griesbach. He'll score the winning run. And Marshfield comes from behind to win this ball game 4-3. That pitch was high. Got through the glove of the catcher, Caden Henrik. And on that play, Griesbach scores as the ball goes to the backstop. Griesbach scores. Anderson takes third base. And Marshfield scores 2 here in the 7th to come from behind and win. Marshfield in the 7th, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, a hit batter, 1 man left on base. Our final score today, Marshfield 4 and Merrill 3. And back with a full recap on our postgame report in just a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Congratulations on this big win. Tell us your thoughts about the way the Tigers came back and won this one today.
We just showed heart at the end, getting guys on and just doing what we needed to do to get them across, and it worked out for us in the end.
Boy, a great job by your ball club. And talk about, if you would, Tyler Kramer, the job he did to the mound for you today.
Yeah, Tyler did great today. Got outs, was efficient. Yeah.
And lots of
good outing. Yep.
A lot of guys contributing offensively as well today.
Yep, definitely.
You know, the one thing I want to ask you about, Owen, is your injury in football, and you were thought to be out the entire season. Football, wrestling, and baseball, and here opening day on baseball, you're out here playing. Tell us about the rehab you went through and how you had to work hard to get back on the baseball diamond this year.
Yeah, it was definitely tough with missing wrestling. You know, that really hurt, but just wanted to get back as soon as I can, at least play one sport this year, and I got to be back for baseball. And I'm just excited to be back. It's been a long time since I've got to play.
Any thoughts you have about this baseball team and the talent on the squad this year?
I think we got a lot of talent. We just got to find ways to win games, and I think we're in a good spot.
And your first conference win today, so that must make you feel pretty good as well.
Feels good, yep.
Well, congratulations on this win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Marshfield's Owen Griesbach joining us for some comments as the Tigers pull out a big win today as they edge the Merrill Blue Jays by a final score of 4-3. Let's again go through the scoring plays in this ball game. Once again, Marshfield and Merrill scoreless going into the bottom half of the 5th. Marshfield then scored 2 runs in the 5th inning as Bryce Shoddy reached base and infield hit. He was forced at second base on a bunt attempt by Connor Vanderberg. So Vanderberg became the base runner on that play. But then Connor scored on a triple by Jacob Sadowska. Jacob then scored on Chase Robinson's double, giving Marshfield a 2-0 lead. Merrill then scored 3 runs in the 7th inning when Brady Norton singled, Ben Tome walked, and Cale Rudy sacrificed. However, Tiger pitcher Tyler Kramer threw Rudy's bunt down the right field line, allowing Norton to score, and Tome take third base. Tome then scored on a passed ball, tying the ball game at 2. And then on a double steal attempt, Rudy scored from third base when the throw by the catcher Mason Anderson went into center field. And that pushed across 3 runs for Merrill in the 7th inning, so they led 3-2. Marshfield then won the ball game in the 7th. Chase Robinson led off with a base ground ball down the third base line that was mishandled by the Merrill third baseman. So Robinson reaches on an error. Owen Griesbach then singled to put Robinson at second base. Mason Anderson hit by a pitch to load the bases. Robinson and Griesbach then both scored on wild pitches, giving Marshfield a final win of 4-3. The line score in this ball game today for the Marshfield Tigers: 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 8 men left on base. For Merrill, 3 runs, only 3 hits, 1 error, and the Blue Jays left 5. Marshfield's starting pitcher Tyler Kramer went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, none earned on 3 hits, walked 4, struck out 5, and hit 1. Chase Robinson gets the win for Marshfield, as Chase threw only 2 pitches. He threw 1/3 of an inning, allowed no runs on no hits, walked none, and struck out none. Starting pitcher for Merrill, Carter Kaminsky, went 5 2/3 innings, gave up 2 runs, both earned on 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 5, hit 1, and threw 1 wild pitch. Cam Wallen, the losing pitcher, went 2/3, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 1 hit, struck out 2, threw 1 wild pitch, and hit 1. The top Merrill hitter today, Cooper Wendorf, with a 2-base hit. Marshfield's top hitters today, Jacob Sadowska singled, tripled, and drove in a run, and Chase Robinson doubled and knocked in another run for Marshfield. The Marshfield Tigers come from behind today to edge the Merrill Blue Jays in Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball by a final score of 3-2. The Merrill Blue Jays are now 6-6 overall, 1-4 in conference play. Marshfield Tigers 4-7 overall and 1-2 in the conference. And again, the Tiger baseball team back in action on Saturday with a non-conference doubleheader at Eau Claire North. Game 1 begins Saturday at 10 a.m. I want to thank our sponsors of Marshfield Tiger Baseball on WOSQ, and that group includes Citizen State Bank of Loyal, community-owned and community-minded. They welcome the opportunity to serve you no matter what life brings at Citizen State Bank of Loyal. I'm Gene Delisio. That's it from Safford Field and Marshfield. Our final